So, on to rest stops and exits on sparse drives. So, the last video I had to discard because my friend was texting me urgently and I had to respond to him. And my mom just sent me a text, but I'm not going to respond to it. So I'm not going to carry yada yada yada, unlike what I normally do, because I just want to get hard, cold facts in. So in Maryland and Delaware, turnpikes actually have their exits on the left side, such as the exit 76 rest stop that I did when I drove to Williamsburg 2 years ago, or recently on my drive to Washington, D.C. when in Newark, Delaware, we stopped at the Joe Biden Welcome Center, which is a rest stop that's only 5 kilometers north of the Elton Hotel in Maryland. The address is actually officially the 520 JFK Memorial Expressway, and if you look up that address, you'll actually find the Biden Welcome Center. So, in New Jersey, they try to have it match up, but it's two different ones. The southernmost is the Clara Barton Rest Stop, which is south of even exit 2 on the New Jersey Turnpike. The northernmost, though, is the Thomas Edison Rest Stop, which is between exits 11 and exit 12 in Woodbridge. Meaning that from Woodbridge all the way up to the Fort Lee, there are no rest stops. On the New York Thruway, I'm not sure how they work because they don't really have rest stops. And in the Pennsylvania Turnpike, they actually show you when you're 1 mile away how far the next one will be. And it's always a couple dozen miles, or a few dozen miles. However, they do have them. However, the exits on the New Jersey Turnpike can be far away from each other, but it doesn't use mileage. And it's one of only a few roads in New Jersey to do that. I think there are 3. I-676, which goes from Camden to I'm not sure where. It's very short. Does use exit numbering, and so does I-278. I feel like it kind of uses kilometerage, but not officially. That's the stretch from Elizabeth to Linden. It's pretty short. After 2 minutes, you'll already be on the Goethals Bridge East. But I'm not sure it works in New York, but in Pennsylvania they also don't match up. Like, in Valley Forge is the King of Prussia Mall rest stop, which I tried convincing my parents to take the Pennsylvania Turnpike to 276 to 76, and then getting back on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, but they wouldn't do it. They told me that if I did do it, I might bypass it. However, that's actually not true, because it's the Schuylkill Expressway, meaning that I wouldn't have bypassed it. But still, we ended up taking a 45-minute long quick drive, which isn't really quick. It's 15 minutes to I-81 and 15 minutes from I-83, from where we were staying in Hershey Park. But that's besides the point. On mile 305, there was also a rest stop near Elverson, and then there wasn't one for a long time. But then coming back, on mile, I think it was in the 290s, there was another rest stop. However, on drives where there aren't rest stops, there might be something else. Frequent exits. Now, this doesn't really exist on the New York Turnpike, but there are only a few roads in New York that do use mileage that can tell you how far they are by distance. The I-95 from the Alexander Hamilton Bridge to the end of the Bruckner Expressway, exits 1C to 8C. Then it uses standard, as well as I-99, I-84, I-890, and I-781. I mean, there are also non-interstates, such as the Belt Crossway and the CIP, located on Long Island in New York City, but still. There aren't that many things that actually tell you in distance. And that can be a problem because you don't know how far it is to the next exit. Like if you ever take the drive from Denver to Rapid City in South Dakota, you know, which I haven't done, but I know, like, there aren't that many rest stops, really only welcome centers when you make it to new states, which only happens, I think, twice, and there aren't that many exits. Because if you think about it, I-25 in Wyoming, I-25 in Wyoming doesn't have that many exits. Because you pass through Cheyenne and Casper and Lavomo, or Lavome, something like that. And then that's it all the way up until Buffalo when it ends to I-90. At which point you take I-90 for the rest of the drive. Although there is a faster way, but it doesn't even involve highway. So you're on, like, gravel road for part of it. Like the James Dalton Highway in Alaska, which I totally recommend you to not take the drive on because it's very dangerous. There's a rest stop at mile 56 at Coldfoot in mile 176, and not again all the way up until Dead Horse at mile 414 near Prudhoe Bay, and it's the only road to Prudhoe Bay. Survival gear is highly encouraged, and you need a 4-tire car. If you have anything less than that, you just shouldn't drive. To be honest, you shouldn't drive at all because only 25% of it, the road, is in fact paved. She thinks I'm recording, so I have to just do this for a little while. Sorry that I'm probably seeing my hand, but she thinks that I'm recording, which is highly illegal in Nassau County to record on someone's property when they're outside. Sorry, but Nassau County has some of the strictest laws about this. Anyway, now that we passed by her, we can continue. So the drive from Minneapolis to Winnipeg is surprisingly connected because I-94 in Minnesota has a lot of rest stops. Because even the part of North Dakota is very, very connected because you pass through Grand Forks, and I think it's in like the weather. Like I can't leave the app because then I'm gonna have to scrap the whole video, and I almost got arrested for it. But like I mean it's okay 51. It's around 11 degrees Celsius. Oh my god, I told my mom I was taking a relatively short walk, but okay, I gotta make a turn. But like, yeah, because even still, there are a lot of roads that go across the border. However, you don't know if they're if it's a McDonald's that are right off the highway, or something right off the highway, or if it's a ways of a drive. North Dakota has 29 McDonald's, the fewest of any U.S. state. It's not surprising for a state that doesn't even have 800,000 residents and only legally became a state in 2012. That's right, 2012. And that only half exists. But yeah. But the only rest stop is on I-94, and it's the North Dakota Welcome Center in the entire United States on this drive from Minneapolis to Winnipeg. The drive is 6 hours and 48 minutes, sort of like between here and Williamsburg, on perfect traffic with no rest stop. When we went to Williamsburg, there was like a bit of a scare because there was a 40-minute accident, but it ended up clearing, but it still took us 9 hours because of all the rest stops. Plus, there was the day we drove, there was actually a solar eclipse, so we stopped in Spotsylvania, Virginia to see it.